people injured here. 2v2 Hydris Chasm, blue side. A couple of Space Marine players. First up is Dark Riku as an Apothecary support commander that fights in melee combat by default. Starts off with a targeted heal and a passive health regeneration aura. Alongside is Codex as a force commander, offensive melee, very versatile though, can also tank, disrupt and support with buffs. Red team, a couple of Eldar. First up is SWAT858 as a Warp Spider Exarch teleporting commander that fights in ranged combat, really good for capping and harassing early on with lots of great crowd control too. And rounding us off is Asmon as a Warlock, offensive melee commander with great mobility and awesome disruption, can also tank damage with the right war gear. Gonna see a Destructor on his scouts, I think. There we go. 500 492 early on. He's gonna go try and decap that wreck point as well. Kicking off straight away on the west side. Howling Banshees going after Tactical Marines. Can they get a model? Not retreating them. They must be going for the garrison. Are they gonna get there without losing one? Looks like they are. Yes. 500 491 2-to-1 cap for the Space Marine team. Apothecary taking out that Avengers. A bolt pistol shot took that one down there. Here come Howling Banshee's going to catch him in retreat path. Almost took him down as well. Tactical Marines now getting bolter shots, and the Howling Banshees losing a model and retreating. We do have Howling Banshees up for both players. Asmon's in retreat. Force Commander's there. He can deal with Howling Banshees reasonably well, especially if you have Tactical Marines right alongside him and he uses his battle cry. You get all that disruption and all that damage buff from the battle cry to help the Tactical Marines in melee, and you could deal with Howling Banshees reasonably well. Early Howling Banshees in a way. Not sure that method works quite as well in tier 2 when the Howling Banshees have started leveling up and have an Exarch and things. Warpser Exarch, on the other hand, is in this garrison being annoying, but here come Tactical Marines with a flamer. Gonna burn him out. He's just gonna get out and teleport away. 500 468. There's the 1-to-1 cap. Scouts, looks like they lost a model, but they were in heavy cover there. Eastern side has the contested VP. It's being taken by Tactical Marines who cap 50% faster than normal. Heavy range infantry. And we might see flamers for these guys as well, because you can hit power a lot easier on the east side. 2-to-1 cap for the blue team. Howling Banshees trying to decap, and the Shuriken coming into play just in time for Asmon to suppress that blob. But here we see it, battle cry alongside Tactical Marines, and you see the damage that you can do to Howling Banshees. And there's a friendly fire grenade from Asmon. Good grief, some Imperial sympathizers up there. You saw how easily the Howling Banshees were dealt with just by the mere presence of the Force Commander's battle cry. Scouts take the garrison. Riku waiting for his assault squad before he tries to push against the Guardian weapon team. You see that he's keeping his Apothecary close by so that these scouts get their health regen aura. His Tactical Marines meanwhile have completely wiped this power and are decapping it. Was there even any generators there? I'm not sure. Not anymore. 492 444. Really nice play from Riku. East side being taken by Asmon. Warlock has taken some damage himself and backs off. Shurikens, or Guardian weapon teams as I should call them, are really maneuverable for setup teams, which is why you saw so much double Shuriken play back in the day. It was really the go-to build for Eldar for a while. There's a plasma grenade nicely dodged by Codex. He has an assault squad of his own. These guys are a jump troop that disrupts when they land. They're in trouble now though. Howling Banshees get the war shout. There's a shotgun blast, but the assault squad is still in trouble, I think. Nicely judged engagement by Codex. Still might lose another model to this Warlock, but looks like they are going to bully the Eldar off there. The classic interplay between Space Marines and Eldar. Shuriken with an assault squad, and then Howling Banshees. 427 444. There's the double cap for the Eldar. Dire Avengers losing a model in retreat. Might want to retreat those assault squad as well. Whoa! Howling Banshees wiped off the face of the earth by a Tactical Marine Flamer. What the heck happened there? Wow, indeed, that was crazy. Level 2 Tactical Marines now. And SWAT instantly replaces his fallen Banshees. Riku will be very, very pleased with that. And SWAT going for a 1-1-1 build. Shuriken, Rangers, and Howling Banshees, which can be very difficult to play against if you play it well. Requires a reasonable amount of micro though to get your kinetic pulse and your banshees syncing up with plasma grenades and shuriken plate. Tactical Marines backing off the VP. Apothecary has his mastercrafted bolter up. Gives him a ranged weapon, allows him to sit back and support. Also annoy commanders with the full auto. Look at the pressure on the east side where Asmon has completely taken the eastern edge with the 3 resource points and is putting pressure on power. Energy shields going up. Perfect cover shields put up by the Dire Avengers from their aspect. There's the jump, breaking the shield, disrupting the shuriken, but here come Howling Banshees and they have aspect of strength. There's the washout and there's a beautiful grenade. Wow, these assault squad are going down and down they go. Howling Banshees did lose 3 models, but you'll take that trade any day. Battle cry from the force commander goes off. He has alacrity. Scouts almost wiping. Tactical Marines with Flamer forcing melee. There's another really good grenade for Codex, able to get out of the way of that one with the Tactical Marines. 367, 443. Dire Avengers backing off. You saw those Tactical Marines knocked into that shield which destroyed it, and look at the pressure on the west side by Dark Riku. 360, 443. Some really nice pressure, keeps that power locked down. SWAT not wanting to build stuff on it with the Flamer Tactical Marines right there, but is forced off in the end, and the Warlock uses his awesome mobility to go ahead and decap Dark Riku's natural VP on this west side. Tactical Marines in retreat. Looks like they tried to have a go at the node. Force Commander also in retreat. No doubt that he's going to want to get the Thunderhammer in tier 2, because these Howling Banshees are just looking so dangerous right now. Where's the shotgun blast? Grenade instead, which doesn't even get a model. That was pretty unlucky, and they don't lose a model themselves though. Howling Banshees now working on the generator with their power weapons, and you see Codex going for another scout squad to help him cap up this east side, because there's a lot of points to cap over here. 3 on the edge, another 4 in this line. Capping power really doesn't matter on the east side. 292, 443, and Codex replacing his assault marines, and why not? Still has the Guardian weapon team to deal with. If Asmon could get a quick Falcon on the field in tier 2, could be very, very sticky situation for Codex. He's waiting for his assault squad so he can jump this shuriken. 276, 443. Central contested power on the west side is decapped by scouts. Rangers getting shots off. Scouts retreating out though. Do they have a shotguns? They do. And a dreadnought on the way for Dark Riku. 267, 443. A very heavy tier 1 for SWAT. Getting Howling Banshees and another Guardian weapon team. Assault squad jumping in from Riku and Codex there. Riku with the assist, and Asmon retreats his entire army. Doesn't want to fight 2 players there. Exarch for the Howling Banshees is up. She gets that awesome Executioner Spear. How much DPS does it do? 51.43 heavy melee. 250, 443. A 2-to-1 cap for the Eldar with a sizable VP lead. As all the players get into tier 2, start getting tier 2 stuff on the field. The Dreadnought is up. Walker vehicle for Space Marine starts off with those 2 close combat weapons and a wrist mounted flamer over 100 heavy melee DPS with a 40 splash, and this Warps of Exarch is going to go down here. Bang, and you see the inspiration from that melee kill that the Dreadnought gives off. East side, Codex backing away from Asmon's army, needs to set himself, needs to wait for the shuriken, and there's the jump. Howling Banshees going after Tactical Marines, trying to keep that shuriken tied up. Force Commander using his battle cry but getting low. Might see a nasty plasma grenade at some point. There is the Witchblade of Kernus, Ethereal Slash. Now the Tactical Marines are suppressed. Perfect time for a grenade. There it is. 243, 435. Boom. What died? 1 Tactical Marine died and 2 scouts, and that levels the Dire Avengers. And he's going to lose his assault squad again, I think. And does lose them again. Ouch, that is painful. Here comes some Warp Spiders for Asmon just to rub it in on this side. 243, 425. What is he going to do now? Replaces the assault squad again. Here we see the body of the Warps of Exarch thrown aside by the Dreadnought. Shuriken set up lots of energy shields, and we have another Guardian Weapon team for SWAT, which seems excessive, but it's actually a really good play because he has a Bright Lance now and still has the Shuriken Cannon redundancy to combat the Assault Squad 243408. So a lot of stuff to manage though for SWAT. And Riku over on the east side, SWAT not pushing forward. Oh, in fact he is. He has Howling Banshees decapping. Needs to hit this power though, I think. 243399. Is the Bright Lance going to set up against the Dreadnought? It is. Look at the DPS this thing does. Doesn't snare though. Going to get jumped by the Assault Squad when they jump into double Shuriken fire. And here come Howling Banshees. Is he going to risk another jump on the Shurikens? In fact, Riku pops Angels of Death. All of his infantry now take 50% less damage and have immunity to knockback. And wipes a Shuriken Cannon. That is a good engagement for Riku. SWAT just taking a bit too long to recognise the threat there. Tried to stay in engagement because he was shurikening the Assault Squad, wanted to get a model off them, but the Dreadnought was coming in. Force Commander in amongst a whole bunch of stuff. Assault Squad number 3 jumping in. Doesn't have his Thunderhammer yet, but does have the Teleporter pack. 243393. Plasma Cannon going off. Scouts wiped, were they? I think so. And down goes the Force Commander. Tactical Marines now getting chased down by the Howling Banshees. Wow. Is that swift movement as well? I think it is. Swift movement and fleet retreat chases from Banshees are absolutely crazy. Taking out 2 Tactical Marines. 243392. Webway Gate is up over here. This is Asmon's. And Riku hasn't spotted it. It's infiltrated. He does have a Scout Sergeant, but they are too busy trying to repair this Dreadnought, which has gone for the Assault Cannon. Meanwhile, SWAT taking his natural back, and Asmon wiping the 3 generators. Were there 3 up? Well, there isn't anymore. Doesn't take down a node though. Shuriken of Asmon backs off. Warp Spiders with their Exarch and their Aspect to themselves gives them a Haywire Grenade and gives them a pretty mean Exarch. These guys can teleport around and do some really nice piercing damage. Assault Squad get their Sergeant and lose a model instantly. Such awesome DPS from the Warp Spiders, and these guys have almost leveled up. Here is Riku's Dreadnought though. Are we going to see a barrage here? Look at the DPS from that Assault Cannon. Howling Banshees. Do they lose a model? They lose 2 models in fact. 230, 392. Force Commander gets a revive and a heal from the Apothecary, who's now level 4. Force Commander's level 3. Warps of Exarch still level 1. And the Warlock, very nearly level 4, has that Witchblade of Kurnus. 230, 392. And SWAT gonna try and make his way to the mid, but gets an Assault Cannon barrage in his face for his trouble. There's the Haywire Grenade on the Dreadnought. Warp Spiders losing 2 models for SWAT, needs to be careful. Apothecary's there. Scouts are repairing, so it looks like the Dreadnought's going to be fine. 230, 384. Bright Lance now in retreat. Bright Lances can, of course, use the Scorch ability, which increases the damage that a target takes. So they aren't completely useless, I should say, when you don't have any vehicles to counter with it. 230, 375. There's the 2-to-1 cap for the Space Marine team. Codex doing well on this east side despite all of his losses. Riku is here supporting. 230, 366. Apothecary is going to go down though. Witchblade of Kurnus again popping Ethereal Slash, and that was painful. And there we see the Lariman's Blessing by the Apothecary, his global ability that revives all allied commanders on the map back to their base with about 2/3 of their hit points. 230, 353. There's the 2-to-1 for the Space Marine. Still Dreadnought pushing forward. Wow, how often do you see 2 Assault Squads go down and a player still being in the game? His Tactical Marines have a Sergeant. They are getting on their way to level 3. Dire Avenger's getting jumped. Plasma Grenade doesn't quite come off, and nor does that one. 230, 346. Asmon's so good with his grenades though. I think these guys spotted the webway gate, they did, and it's all kicking off on the west side. Shuriken and lots and lots of range firepower going in on those tactical marines, and here comes the Dreadnought to support the west side again. Assault squad jumping in, Howling Banshees are there, might turn around and engage. 222, 346. There's the Merciless Strike, beautifully done, and the Apothecary, I should say, is there to support with a heal, but he's gonna back off because the Dreadnought is taking huge hits from that Bright Lance. Rangers are still there. Here come Tactical Marines and Scouts to repair, perhaps. Howling Banshees in amongst stuff, forcing off the Tactical Marines. That was painful. These guys losing their Sergeant and another model. Did they have their Sergeant? I think they did. 202, 346. Constant action on both sides. Merciless Strike there from Codex. Needs to be careful. Doesn't want to lose another Assault Squad. And in fact does retreat them out. 191, 346. Tactical Marines in trouble. Could use swift movement again to chase these guys down. And here is the chase. The chase is on. Can they get away from the Howling Banshees? Down go 2 Tactical Marines. Looks like a drop pod was used in base to reinforce. Might wipe the squad. Can't quite manage it. Howling Banshees getting too close to base. 171, 346. A crazy chase again from the Banshees. Bright Lance is setting. No, it's not setting up. It's capping. This webway gate is still on this west side. Looks like the Dreadnought has spotted it and shoots it down for the Emperor. Does not inspire with that destruction though. Usually oh, it's a range kill, of course, you idiot. 164, 346. The Dreadnought does inspire when it takes down a building, but needs to be a melee kill, of course. Rangers setting up behind this energy shield, and looks like Riku might foray into the mid again. These structure looking things aren't actually garrisons that you can take in mid. 151, 346. Force Commander does have his Thunderhammer now, and pops Battlecry. The Thunderhammer has an awesome 360 special attack that does 40 damage, I believe. Here comes Riku with the assist. Some beautiful grenades again from Asmon. Wow. Other players might have put both of the grenades in the same place, and that is a crazy chase from the Banshees. Just one more touch of this assault squad down to 3 models and they're going to wipe them. That is crazy. 134, 346. As I was saying, other players might have put both plasma grenades in the same spot, but Asmon's splitting them up to great effect there. Down goes the Warlock. Howling Banshees in retreat. These ladies now level 4. Good grief, what can you do? 1831 hit points is that? No, it's 1631. Apothecary level 5 and down. Force Commander is level 4. He can go and revive him. Now going to be able to deal with the Banshees a whole lot better with this Thunderhammer. Was the teleporter pack really necessary though? Maybe he wants some redundancy to deal with the Shuriken, which has gone down. Codex now with just 2 units on the field, but he is tier 3, as is Dark Riku. And we might see a Predator tank from Codex. Riku already has one. Force Commander does revive the Apothecary and levels to 5. Whoops, Rexarch, only level 2, has the Power Blades, a heavy melee weapon on a teleporting commander, but they are expensive, I think 50 power. 91, 346. Does it say the DPS? It doesn't. Tactical Marines with Sergeant. No, they aren't with a Sergeant. They are level 4 though. Still have that Flamer. Here come Howling Banshees. Assault Squad jumping out and at the same time disrupting the Shuriken. There's a double haywire and the Bright Lance is getting shots off. This Predator tank is going to go down. Power Blades also in there and down it goes. What can you do against that double haywire with the hard stun, Bright Lance and Power Blades? Talk about a vehicle counter. Scouts almost wiped out. Those Warp Spiders should have forced melee on them, but they do get away. 62, 346. East side. Warlock is still down. VP is uncapped. Dark Riku keeping his Dreadnought over here. Some really awesome supportive play from Dark Riku. He has some late game Devastators up with a heavy bolter. And more Warp Spiders coming for Asmon. 3 of them on the field now. Doesn't SWAT have 2? Or was that Asmon's that was over here helping? No, SWAT does have 2 squads. He's just gone over his roster that I can see. Might have called one or both of them in with the Warps of Exarch Global. This power is still wiped out. 62,346. And it's tier 3 for Asmon. No doubt Riku now saving the power for Terminators. And Codex no doubt saving the red for Terminators. 59,346. Red team taking a natural back. Not sure what decapped it. And they're going to get the 2-to-1. Here come Assault Squad jumping in. Space Marines with a huge VP deficit to make up. Rangers just about getting away there. Assault Squad for Riku, level 3. Jumping out of the Shuriken. Not wanting to jump in there because that would have been really, really painful. 49,346. Codex takes back, or rather holds on to the east side. Force Commander in amongst Banshees with that Thunderhammer doing well. There is Distort Field up on the Banshees to help them escape. And they do get away with 2 models. 49,342. This Dreadnought is kicking ass. It's level 4 with the Dark Age of Technology. Wow. Almost 2,000 hit points on a Walker with a ranged weapon. 49,335. That Dreadnought has been awesome throughout the game ever since it hit the field. Might see grenades in retreat path. And that is beautifully done by Asmon. And down goes the Force Commander, I think, with the range fire. Yes. Our Avengers both level 4 over there. 49,325. The Space Marines have the 2-to-1. Can they hold on? Warp Spiders teleporting in to throw a haywire. Dreadnought now cannot shoot, but can still move, though at reduced speed. Riku still has his natural. Looks like he's going to push down the west side, perhaps. Codex does have a Predator tank. And now has the red for Terminators, just sees 10 more power. Riku, on the other hand, needs about 60 power. 49,307. Here comes that Predator tank. Autocannon on top and heavy bolters on the sponsons. Howling Banshees with the Distort Field up, trying to finish off this Dreadnought. And there's an inspiring melee kill. Now all of this stuff has a damage buff and I think a suppression resistance buff. The Dreadnought survives, and here comes up Assault Terminators for Codex. Surprised at that, actually. I thought it would go for ranged Terminators. Maybe he expects an Avatar soon and wants the option to get Lightning Claws up, or maybe he just wants to get Lightning Claws and take down those level 4 Banshees to 49,302. 1-to-1 cap. Lots of VPs for the Space Marines to make up, but now the Eldar are in late game Space Marine territory, which is so strong for Space Marines, and both the Eldar players are still tier 2. Asmon cancelling that tier 3 and gets an Autark on the field. 49,293. Such awesome Assault Squad play from Riku. These guys level 4 have barely lost a model, I think. East side is blue and the 2-to-1 is still up. Assault Terminators with their Thunderhammers and Storm Shields. Heavy melee damage and lots of hit points. 5,400. In fact, Riku is going to drop us Terminators of his own very soon, I would think. Has a plasma cannon, artillery unit, awesome range as you can see, covering his VP. 49,273. Bright Lance getting shots on the Terminators. Now switches target to the Dreadnought. 49,268. There's the assault cannon barrage from Riku on this side. Warp Sword Exarch hit there. He's level 3. Double Warp Spiders. In fact, triple Warp Spiders if you count Asmon's. Look at these full rosters. Space Marines have done so well to hang on. Codex has been under huge pressure on this side, but keeps his stuff together and gets Assault Terminators on the field. We're taking a lot of damage here and there's lots of ranged firepower to put pressure on them. Riku making a run at red team's natural here. Here come Howling Banshees, Assault Squad I should say, jumping the Shuriken. Howling Banshees in amongst them and they retreat out. Big engagement here. Down goes a Predator tank. So much AV with all those haywire grenades, the power blades and the Bright Lances. I thought we were going to see the fusion gun on the Autark in tier 3, but he's still tier 2 and goes for the Executioner and she goes down in retreat. 49-232. It's a decent engagement for the Space Marines despite losing that Predator tank. They're still in this fight. These Terminators taking so much damage though, losing on model to the Bright Lance. The other Bright Lance in retreat. 49-232. This Dreadnought is tanking so much damage at level 4, and the Terminators teleport out. East side turning red thanks to this Warp Spider Exarch. Both teams keeping their natural. There's a grenade right in his face, and it might go down here. Teleports out in fact. 49-232. One awesome finish. Tier 3 now for SWAT. Down go those scouts, and the Dreadnought lives. The Dreadnought lives. 49-232. Can Asmon take this east side back? Looks like he will. Rangers just with one model just behind that bush there, quite hard to spot. Tactical Marines are suppressed, I should say, and Warp Spiders teleporting in from nowhere and assassinate that Apothecary. That was some crazy DPS. These are SWATs, and Tactical Marines run away. Can they decap Blue's natural? Some more webways up would help out, I think. 42-232, especially from SWATs, who has tons of red. He might want to drop his Eldritch. 41-232. Dark Riku does have his Terminators up, the range variety with Power Fists and Storm Bolters, but this is a big push on the east side by the Eldar. Those scouts are wiped out. Tactical Marines in retreat. Grenades, I think, took out an allied Tactical Marine there from those scouts, trying to hit the Warp Spiders. Terminators with the Assault Cannon up for Riku, inspiring on each kill, and it doesn't need to be a melee kill. Down goes the Force Commander. 41-223. Codex with just Tactical Marines and Terminators. Dark Riku preserving nearly all of his stuff here. Here come the Assault Terminators back out of base. It's a 1-to-1 cap. Gonna be a 2-to-1 for the Eldar. Can they hang on here up against two Terminator squads and some really mean looking commanders? A level 7 Force Commander, level 7 Apothecary. His heal must be huge now. Goes up, I think it goes up every 2 levels. 36, 2-to-1. Force Commander getting a bit too close and runs away. Here come that level 4 Assault Squad for Riku, and nobody putting pressure on the naturals. It's all on this eastern side. Here come those double Warp Spiders, and there's Angels of Death from Riku, and there's an Eldritch, and that's why it was used. Doesn't look like it was too bad. 23-2-2-1, that was SWAT's Eldritch Storm, of course. Angels of Death is still up. I think it's 15 seconds. There's a grenade on the Terminators, but they're not too bothered. Just tank the damage easily. Assault Squad jumping out without a model loss. 19-2-2-1. Huge amount of VPs to make up still. Over 200. But the Space Marines looking strong now. Eldar just unable to push. They just do not have the durability to push against double Terminators, I don't think. Especially with Apothecary support. Down goes that webway gate. They need a webway gate up here. They need to put some pressure on this thing. They need to split up the Space Marines. Incidentally, looks like that Dreadnought did go down. Must have been around here somewhere. 19-208. That Dreadnought was awesome. More scouts for Codex. And look at this. Webway gate used over on the west. Here comes SWAT with the push. And this is a big push. Plasma Cannon getting shots. I need to tie that thing up or something. Wow, that would have been a nasty shot, but the Warp Spiders teleporting out, putting pressure on it, but it's behind heavy cover here. They need to tie it up. They're going to eat a big shot there. 19-191, ouch. Teleporting too late. Autuck jumping in with that heal and that buff. And Plasma Cannon does get away. Here comes the Force Commander. Really nice support from Codex. Assault Squad jumping into the Dire Avengers. What a finish. 19-187. Asmon still in tier 2. Dire Avengers running away. Looks like the Plasma Cannon was taken out. Codex with more scouts. And even more scouts. Space Marines have the east side, but Banshees are decapping it. 19-184. You just need a 2-to-1 for 9 or 10 seconds or so, I think, and they'll take it, the Eldar. But Space Marines are taking a natural back, and they're taking the Eldar's natural with Terminators of Riku. Level 4 Tactical Marines, obviously with their Sergeant up as well. Almost 2,000 hit points on these guys. 19176. Apothecary still level 7. Force Commander almost level 8. Level 5 Warps for the Exarch, and a level 6 Warlock who is down. East side is red. There's the 2-to-1 though for the Space Marines. Will SWAT be able to even take his natural back there against Riku? Force Commander turns around to cap. Space Marines might get a triple here. There's a webway gate. Could see a nasty flank from SWAT. Warps the Exarch in melee with stuff, but gets full autoed on his arse and goes down. Down goes the Apothecary also though, I should say. 19151. There's a double cap for the Space Marines. I think they are going to get a triple, and SWAT cannot push against that. The Terminators have just been real game changers here. Eldar just spent too long in tier 2. Too heavy of a tier 2. No Wraith Lords, no Seer Council in tier 3 to put pressure on those Terminators. No Avatar, obviously, no Fire Prisms. 19115. There's the triple for the Space Marines, and I have a sneaking suspicion they're going to take this game unless we get a crazy engagement from the Eldar to swing this back around. An awesome performance from the Space Marines, especially Riku on this side. And there's another Angels of Death. He's used that 3 times, I think, and has got Terminators on the field. That's a hell of a lot of red. 1980. There's the triple cap, and Eldar are just hitting a brick wall here. Space Marines coming so strong in tier 3. The players going tier 3 at exactly the right time, I felt. There's a Merciless Strike on the Banshees, and that really hurt. Level 3, these ladies. Might go down though, get away with one model. 1943, and it's all over, I think. Double Warp Spiders retreating out for SWAT. One more push from Asmon, perhaps. No. The Eldar team concede. One awesome game. Riku with a masterful performance with his Apothecary. His first Dreadnought did so awesomely well, and here's the second. Apothecary ended at level 8. Force Commander level 9. Wow, must have killed a hell of a lot of stuff. Codex under huge amounts of pressure here, but kept his cool and just kept going, kept buying counters, even if it was Assault Marines over and over again. Asmon, a lot of awesome play with his grenades, but stayed in tier 2 a bit too long, I think. Getting this late game Autarch, losing her and then replacing her. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.